Hey, welcome back to my channel and another video. Thank you for joining me. So in today's video, I'm going to be working on my right hand using my non-dominant hand, which if you do your own nails, you'll know is a pain in the ass. So I'm taking off my previous set here using my, well, I got this one on, it's my Cyan K, but the drill bit I got from Amazon. I don't know what it's called. So yeah, extra coarse, I think it is. This set is 2 weeks old now, so well, just over 2 weeks, and it was plush cover on the left, a thin layer of Dusty Rose cover powder on the right, both from Glitterbels. Then I've popped in like 3 or 4 pieces of glitter, encapsulated the left side, no, sorry, the right side, so encapsulated the glitter side. And then using some gel paints, I've drawn a rose gold line down the middle and just made the pieces of glitter into leopard print. So they were a really nice set and I did actually really love them. But time to go now, time to change. And usually when I've had a set like that, kind of a bit out there, I tend to go a little bit quieter or a little bit more subtle on the next set and keep mixing it up like that. So anyway, yeah, so I'm taking this set off now, going back down to my thin clear base. Once I've used this extra coarse bit, I will then come in with a fine bit, lower the speed on my drill, and just take off any of the colour that I've missed and just get them all into a decent level with the clear base. So yeah, just doing that now. I'm constantly turning my hand around just to see if there's any thicker bits or any bits that I've left to take off. So I'm just using that there and then changing to my fine bit now. And as you can see, I've done my left hand already, so I'm just going to be doing exactly the same today. The same thing on every finger. So obviously if you want to skip any part of this video, feel free. That doesn't offend me, or I'm not worried about that. I'm just grateful for any time that you give me to watch these videos, and if you take anything away from it, even better. So when I'm using the drill bits, unless they're designed for the natural nail, I'm staying well away from the natural nail. So with this, I've got this on about, I think it's about 13, and I'm just skimming or tickling around that cuticle there to remove any colour. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere near the natural nail, so I'm just trying to get away any lifting as well. I will be coming in with a sanding band, but if I can get any lifting loose or nearly off, then I will do it with this bit now. As you can see there's a little bit of lifting, so I'll just keep on a little bit in that area, then I'll change to somewhere else on the nail, then back onto that area. I don't stay in one area for very long because you will end up burning. And if you've done that, you'll know that hurts a lot. So yeah, I try not to burn myself or my clients. So it looks like I'm being really harsh, but I have sped this video up. It looks like I'm being harsh and I'm putting a lot of pressure, but I'm honestly not. So this is a cuticle bit. This is a cuticle clean bit, and I always use this. As you can see, I've already lifted up the cuticles with my cuticle pusher before I started to debulk. So this, as you can see, it's just pushing away and pushing back that cuticle, as well as etching right up in the cuticle before I come in with a sanding band. So I'll go in forward down the left hand side of the nail, and then in reverse down the right hand side of the nail, making sure I'm cleaning up them cuticles, getting rid of any bits of skin or anything that's on the nail plate. And then change over to a sanding band. And I have this on a 3 or a 4, very, very low. And I'm just skimming over to remove anything that's on the nail that's lifting. So getting rid of any lifting, anything that's up in that cuticle area, again, skin or debris or anything like that. And I'm removing the shine. So it's real light touches. And I get the corner of that sanding band right up into my cuticle. Again, this, if you can get it right, because it's only on a 3, it won't catch your skin. It doesn't catch my skin. And I'm just getting right up in that cuticle, and it's even pushing back that cuticle as well. So there you can see just on my ring finger how thin the clear base is. It's as thin as a tip that I've applied. Don't want any bulk with that thin clear base. Just making sure as well that the acrylic that's already down, the clear base, is blended in with my natural nail. So there's no lifting at all. Anything that's even the slightest bit of lifting can cause a pocket. And as you can see on another one of my fingers, any pockets could trap dust, dirt and moisture. So which could then lead to a greenie. So, I'm sorry, I'm completely out of shot here. And again, and then I come in with my file, and I'm just, there's my big head, etching the nail plate now. So tiny little movements back and forth, either going back and forth or in circles, tiny little circles, all on the area of the natural nail. So before with the sanding band was removing the shine, and now this is actually etching the nail plate. And that looked, again, a really quick job, but it wasn't. Then I spray with my sanitizing spray, and it's a prep spray as well, so that's got the primer in there, so I don't need to prime. And the same with the monomer that I'm using. It's the one monomer from CJP, and that again has already got primer in, so I don't need to do anything like that. So this is Crystal Glass from CJP, and I'm just infilling the clear base. So now I'm getting my clear base all to flow from cuticle to the end of the nail on each of the nails. And as you can see there on this middle finger, just on the left hand side, there's a tiny little chunk missing just there, and I'm just filling that in again so that the sidewall is running straight out from the nail. I've got no bits missing. And on some of the nails I can do this in one tiny little bead. I tend on the middle finger and the thumb to have to do it in a couple because they're bigger nails. But yeah, so just tiny little beads. You can see my brush is at a 90-degree angle as I go into the acrylic. Just picking up a tiny little bead, place it on the nail, and then pulling that down, making sure it's all flat and making sure that I've filled in all of the nail. This is Fantasy from CJP. I'm just creating a nail bed area here. The end of the nail is going to be glitter, so I do not need to fill the whole nail with this colour. Just creating a nail bed. And like I said before, I've sped this video up so it looks like I work really fast and that I'm getting that acrylic on quick, but I'm not. It does take me probably about an hour to do these, so pick up that bead, pop it into the cuticle area, get it nice and flush and tucked into that cuticle area. Excuse my big fat head. And then bring the rest of the product down. If I need to add any more, either down the side or in the middle of the nail to make sure that the colour is opaque, then I do so. So I just needed a little bit here to make sure that that colour was all the way down to down the side wall. I'm a bit all over in this video with regards to the angle. I'm sort of all over the place, but when you're working on yourself, you're getting any position you can to make sure that you can get good access to your fingernails. So sorry about that if it's annoying you a little bit that my head keeps getting in the way, or that I'm up the top of the video or down the bottom of the video. I'm sorry about that. So as you can see, I'm sort of going 3/4 of the way down the nail with this colour. Using my big boy brush as well, and like I said, the 1 monomer. And again, some people will be able to just pop that bead on, get it nice and flush in the cuticle, and have enough product to be able to take it 3/4 of the way down, and it's done. I can't, as you can see. I'm having to come in with smaller beads to make sure that I've got good coverage on the nail. That's all that's important, really, is that I've got good coverage, and that it looks half decent, because I can file. So any lumps or bumps, like for example here in the cuticle area, it doesn't look brilliant. It's a little bit thick up in that cuticle area, but I'll use my file once I've finished to get that more flat to the nail. So there we go, that's all of the Fantasy colour, and this is Bikini Babe from A&A Glitters. There are some amazing new releases up on that up on their website. She does lives as well, usually on a Friday, and she previews any new mixes. So I tend to claim on there. So you just put in that you want to claim, and then they'll invoice you. And yeah, so you get access to the new releases really quick. So yeah, this is a new release, and like I said, Bikini Babe, and it's absolutely brilliant. I don't think the camera does it justice, really. It's a multi-coloured, bright, pastel-y, amazing, excuse my massive head, colour. It's really, really lovely. So I'm just making sure that I've got that glitter all the way down into the corners of the nails. So I dip into my monomer, pick up a small bead of clear acrylic, dip that into the glitter that I've got there, and then smudge it around the nail, making sure I've got every single piece where I want it. The glitter as well doesn't come in that little pot that it's in. They come in bags, and these pots that I've got, these are my own pots, and they are 10 ml pots, and I get the bags that you get of glitter are 5 gram bags, and I always get a whole one of these pots and that much left over, so you get a good, a good amount of glitter from the 5 gram bag. Just nudging those pieces around. I wanted the bigger pieces to be, towards the bottom of the nail, and the tinier pieces towards the middle of the nail. Onto the thumb. Nudging that glitter around, getting it where I want it. And then I've encapsulated the nails. That's obviously coming up next, but I didn't file on camera. Filing my left hand, it would be hard enough to keep in shot, but to try and file my right hand would just be awful. You just wouldn't see anything. So yeah, I didn't file on camera. And after I had filed, buffed, and my natural nail underneath had grown quite a lot, so I've got a bit that attaches to my drill again, and I go underneath the nail to drill out my natural nail. I don't know about anybody else, but sometimes the natural nail, although I do use my cuticle oil, lifts away underneath, so I like to get it out. And also, sometimes it can stain as well, so the natural nail will stain underneath, but the enhancement doesn't. So it doesn't look very nice, and I become sort of obsessed with looking at it and like, oh, I need to get that out. So whenever I tend to do sort of my 2-weekly infill, every other, I will drill out underneath and get rid of my natural nail from underneath. So I'm just encapsulating here. I'm using the 2-bead method, if that's even a method. I think it's called 3-bead method, but I'm just using 2 because these aren't very long. You might notice as well that my left hand nails are longer than my right hand nails, and that's because I love long nails, but I struggle with them on my right hand, especially when I'm doing clients. I find that I end up digging my nails into the client, or catching my own nails in different ways just in daily living. So I tend to have longer on my left, and because I don't do so much with that hand, and shorter on my right. I thought, why not give it a go? And I've done very rarely people notice it, but you might notice it in this video. So yeah, so I pick up my clear bead, pop that halfway down the nail, so where the glitter ends. So then I basically just encapsulating that glitter, and this tends to be a wetter bead, so I can get so the acrylic can seep in between each little bit of glitter. And then I come in with my second bead, and that'll be my cuticle bead, my apex bead. I'll get that nice and flush, and then just pull that over the first bead that's placed, leaving a lot of the acrylic in the back third to create my apex, and then swiping over to make sure it's not too lumpy bumpy. And if I feel like, excuse my big head again, if I feel like I need some more, I just come in with some more. I feel like I've really waffled in this video. I'm really sorry. I just wanted to make sure that I give as much information as I can. Obviously, I've left this bit in real time. So there we go. That's how sort of slow, fast that I work. And then, like I say, I have shaped, filed, buffed, got rid of my natural nail from underneath, and it's top coat time. And this is Glitterbels No Wipe Top Coat. So I will leave you to enjoy this best bit of the video. And then we're finished, and these are the finished nails. I've left you a picture at the end. Any questions, pop them in the comments box and I'll get back to you. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.